Okay, let's change this. Yeah, mama. Okay, welcome. I'm jumping on live again to do another live clearing. I'm going to do again an SRT clearing. We'll see what comes up along with some self-care oracle cards at the end. So let's see. And then again, since this is a pretty new channel, just to confirm, this will be an SRT system or an SRT clearing, spiritual response therapy. It's a system that uses a pendulum and charts to help to clear different, typically ancestral wounds and just deep wounds, even within oneself. Let me cut this down so it's not just kind of like really quiet background. Okay. All right. So to start, where are we going first? Is that chart 21? Yes, we're going to chart 21. Final items, this one universe. Okay. Where are we going? Past lives, the soul does not want to examine. Okay. Anywhere else for chart 21? No, looks like that is it. Okay. So can we please clear and transmute any and all past lives the soul does not want to examine for those that this clearing is aligned for? Please and thank you. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do my live sessions and structure. Right now, I'm just kind of jumping on and we'll see. Sometimes I might do like some Reiki because I'm also trained in Reiki. I might do some Reiki sessions or combine them. Okay. I might do some other things too. We will see how it goes. But for tonight, okay. Is that DNA, chromosomes, and trailers? Yes. Okay. So can we please clear and transmute all DNA, chromosomes, and trailers? Thank you. So DNA, chromosomes, and trailers is kind of like residual energy and programs left over within some people's fields. So it's not really a chart we need to go to for that. It's just a couple items on here. It's like we do them as they come up, and then most of this chart, which is our main chart, directs us in other places to go. Because these are all charts front to back that we can go to. Okay, so complete. Thank you. Where else are we going? Okay. Chart 24 feels like? Yes. Chart 24, rebirth conscious mind. Where are we going? Solidified patterns. Okay. Let's get a little bit more information about that. In regards to what you think, what is coming up? Spirit, solidified patterns. I'm getting lust and sex. Maybe for whoever this is for. I'm seeing an image of someone who is like, they've told themselves many times that they're going to do something different. I might figure out how to do this when I'm talking so you can kind of see my face too, so you can see the chart. But I'm literally saw an image of like a man and I'm seeing a woman now too. But I'm seeing a man who has basically told themselves time and time again they were not going to keep repeating the same things, the same habits when it came to around lust and sex. Um, it feels like someone that maybe has started their spiritual journey or wellness journey, including their mental and emotional health. I'm even getting like semen retention is coming through. Um, and so it feels like somebody that's had a habit of using certain vices like sex, drinking, going out. I'm feeling like club energy, maybe even going to strip clubs, stuff like that. I hope I can say all this stuff on YouTube. I don't know, but um, doing things like that, and then they're really wanting to change their habits, their life, because the way they have been going is not serving them. It's time to change. They know it's not good for their health, or they have constantly gotten themselves in situations like I'm seeing. It feels like almost like another like a woman is connected to this too. Maybe they got involved with the wrong person, whether it was through personal or using their vices, because it feels like this woman does like some type of body sensual sexual work, whether it's a stripper, sex worker, whatever it feels, or someone who's very a woman that's very sensual and active. Um, in a way that's maybe not the healthiest. And I say this in a way of like, it doesn't feel like it's fully benefiting them. Like, because don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong if some people choose to do that. Whatever you choose to do, as long as you're not harming others or putting yourself in harm's way. But that's what it feels like. So maybe this person, you got yourself wrapped up in something that you didn't plan or was more than you bargained for, maybe even someone who won't leave you alone, and it really made you question your life choices, maybe even so much it's put you in danger possibly. I'm seeing like this woman seems like she's very pissed off, um and I'm seeing literally like a woman trying to run somebody over with their car. So um hopefully not in the literal sense, but maybe someone that has just brought a lot of drama into your life because of a decision that you made that was not the best for you based on temporary short-term satisfaction, basically. So anyway, that is what's coming through. So that's what it feels like the solidified pattern is. And so the rebirth to conscious mind chart, and I'll, like I said, I'll explain some of these sometimes. Sometimes I'll just go through, but it feels like for me to explain this one. There are certain levels of like things and choices that we made. The most surface level on this chart is the vow. Basically, somebody saying they're going to do something, but it hasn't really become a habit or whatever the case may be is, or them choosing a certain action, but it hasn't well, no, vow is more saying it. And we have all the way from vow to goal to obsession to active memories. Like basically solidified pattern is the deepest root there. Basically, this is something that has consistently came up in your mental space, your thought pattern, your actions, like so much so it's like this is a really thing that's hard to break. So saying that, let's clear this solidified pattern. And for anyone else that it may be relevant to for this, but that specifically also what was coming up. So can we please clear and transmute in all solidified patterns regarding lust, sex, short-term satisfaction, vices, things that are not for one's highest good, for those that may come to this call. And actually, if we can kind of go through the rest of the levels as much as possible without research to clear and transmute and apply any and all necessary healing. And I'm actually, no, okay. So never mind. Let's let that clear. Okay. Just for, let's see where we at on that particular thing as far as the solidified pattern. Where is it at now? Awesome. We've got it down to a vow. So we've moved, cleared, transmitted a lot of energy around that. At the end of the day, it's still up to whoever this is relevant for. You might notice some energetic shifts, especially for something that was so deeply ingrained. Things that maybe you used to run to or automatically go to as habit. You might notice you might not really feel up to it anymore, or a part of you starts to like, okay, let's do this instead. Or you might notice certain resistance to it. Allow yourself to shift and change, um, and get whatever support you need, whether it's journaling, um, movement. I'm feeling will be really good for you, and getting your thoughts out, and lots of water. I'm hearing to help move the energy. Okay. Um, is that it for here? Yes. Okay. I was going to ask something else. Oh, will that hold? That's my question. Yes. Will it hold for at least a month? Yes. Will it hold for at least 6 months? Okay. If they make the choice. Okay. Yeah. It will if you allow yourself to shift and change. And as I'm saying this, I'm feeling all of this energy and tension in my chest and my heart, almost like crying, like grief feels like almost, and even some energy in my gut starting to move. It's like energy is starting to shift. So it might be some grief that comes up for you, or some energy and emotions from past experiences, or maybe you felt like, um, maybe even the core root of those things, of why you do those things, is going to start to come up through your thought pattern, through memories. If it is involving some type of trauma, please get support. There are hotlines if you need to talk to someone. Just like there are multiple people out there, practitioners and facilitators that can hold space for you if you need to, if you need that support. And you're always more than welcome to reach out to me. I don't think I have my email at the top of this channel. I'm going to do that soon. I'm really working on updating, or adding information to this channel. So, yes. I don't have my services yet out, but I will soon. But yes, still do not hesitate. It is multiple things that if you ever need to talk to somebody, if you need support. Um, Matter of fact, let's do something really quick. Can we also please clear and transmute any and all blocks as much as possible without research, to being able to bring in whatever support this person that this aligns for may need, whether internally and externally, please and thank you. And apply any non-necessary healing. I'm hearing, can we please also download the frequency and energy of trust and surrender and willingness to change? Thank you. That's downloading. Okay, thank you. All right. I just felt like it was something related to something childhood wise that came up. So we just wanted to bring in a little extra support for you. Um, so live your life. Hey, oh, is that chart 19? Yes, it is. How to change your life. Where are we going? Chart 19. Accepting. I'm hearing already, accepting the past, accepting what was. Do not allow yourself to get stuck, remain stuck just because so much time has passed, so many things have happened. It's not too late to change, it's not too late to shift. partially for the person I was just speaking to, but also someone else. General message feels like general message for pretty much anyone that is going to come through for this particular clearing. Accepting. Feels like there's something else there. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling a lot of energy come through. Something about me too. I feel a lot of energy. I'm very clairsentient. As if you're familiar with the clairsenses, um, clairsentience basically means you feel a lot. So for some people, they're like clairaudient. They get messages through their hearing. Clear sentience, they feel a lot in their body. Claircognizance, they get just drops of information. There's other ones too. I'm a little bit of all of them, but one of my strongest ones is clairsentience. So sometimes I might like how some people release energy, like sometimes they'll burp or sneeze or laugh or cry or need to move, or it's times if I'm releasing a lot of energy, I might need to go pee or use the bathroom another way. Um, but I've always been very somatic. Um, Basically, somatic is like the body, in the body, uh, when it comes to shifting and transmuting energy. So, just for future reference, if you tune in and continue to tune in. Oh, yeah. So, accepting. It feels like I'm seeing someone almost with like a halo around their head, and it's like, oh, I'm a beautiful, radiant, divine being. It's like owning your truth, owning your worth, owning your divinity, knowing that you are worth this. Excuse me, you are deserving. To honor your needs and taking time out. Like taking time out for yourself to do the things that you used to do that you have not done in a while. I saw someone painting. Um, it feels like maybe that's an activity or something else creative that you have not done in a long time that you really enjoy. Spirit is saying get back to that. I'm seeing someone cooking. And what's the? It feels like also eating. Is it like somebody who likes to try different things, like a foodie? Um, okay. Okay. Second message. It's not fully related. For some, it's cooking, but I'm saying almost like someone who wants to try a lot of different food, or maybe a foodie. It feels so, oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Maybe you're a little too indulgent sometimes in certain things you try. So maybe instead of always like eating out or trying new foods, maybe try making some so you can have those indulgent, decadent experiences at home or in other spaces where maybe you know what's going into your system. It's a little bit better for you, but you're still honoring yourself and you're using your hands, you're creating, you're using your own energy. I'm seeing jump rope, hula hoop, and stretching for whoever those things apply to possibly look into also. Okay, I just heard accept where you're at and decide to change. So for some people, they need to just have like the indulgence thing, overindulgence. Some people they've been called just to honestly accept where they're at. If it's not where you want to be, if your actions are not aligned with the life that you desire, if you look around you and the things that you do, if it's not creating the life that you truly desire, that you feel that you're um that's meant for you, then accept that. And then also look at what is it that I need to change? Like what aligned actions need to take place so that I can start to shift that. And then do it, even if it's with baby steps. I just heard you can do it, and I'm seeing somebody racing across a finish line. All right. Anything else? Enjoying. Enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. Learn to have fun in the little moments. Like learn to have, is that called glimmers? Sometimes those just like little moments throughout the day in your journey that are just so nice and beautiful. The more you start to allow yourself to have beautiful, even small moments and glimmers and notice them, pay attention, like make that an intention to really notice and pay attention to them, the more that starts to become more of your normal day, where it's not like, oh, maybe once a week I had this really nice moment. It's like, okay, I'm starting to see it multiple times a week. I had this really beautiful conversation with somebody, or I had this really kind person that did this thing for me, or whatever the case may be. And then that once a week can turn into multiple times a week, can turn into daily. And some days it might be multiple times a day. All day is just a beautiful rainbow of miracles and blessings and support and whatever it is that's aligned for you. So, yes, enjoy the process and the journey and create an intention to actually notice those beautiful moments so that more of those can start to come in. Anything else? Okay. Is that patience? No. Is that persistence? Yes. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Okay. Songs and other thoughts will come in sometimes for messages. So, yeah, it seems like it's really the same messages. It's like, accept where you're at, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. I'll start to see the positive things and now the persistence. Don't stop, keep going. And I'm like literally here, don't stop, get it, go. Like, okay, another message from that. Keep going, even if it's slow, slow and steady. And then also celebrate your wins, your successes, the small ones, the big ones, things that you don't think are important or worth mentioning, mention them, even if it's to yourself. Learn to pat yourself on the back, and to celebrate your successes. Even if your success is, um, okay, I want to lose whatever amount of weight. This was coming through like 20, 30 pounds, for example, or more or less, whatever it is. And say for over a year or 6 months, or whatever the case may be, his weight hasn't shifted at all. And then now you notice you start to do one action, whether it's changing your mindset, whether it's even creating the intention of eating better, and you start to notice, you start to feel more comfortable in your clothes. Or next time you go to the doctor or whatever type of checkup you get your weight checked, it's shifted, even if it's a pound or 2 or 5 pounds. Or do you feel better than you have for a long time? Or even did you accept a compliment when usually you couldn't? Did you give a compliment when usually it's hard for you to? Whatever it might be, even something small. Okay, I feel like we're getting close to the end on here. Acting as if, yep, acting as if you're already where you desire to be. Yep, it looks like this is pretty much a corresponding message. Affirming, affirming to yourself, setting goals. Yep, create yourself a list of goals, letting go of the old, willingness to change. Faith, having faith. Okay, feels like, what we downloading? Faith template. I'm hearing downloading a fifth faith template for however this is for, to allow them to have more grounded, more expansive faith. Okay. That looks, is that complete? Yes. Anywhere else? Is that spirit? Yes, it is. Okay. Now we're not going to be doing any deep research since this is not a My mind is totally blanking right now. I'm not even gonna lie which chart I need to go to. Here we go. There we go. So I'm like, am I tripping? Okay, just to confirm. Yep, spirit level. Okay. So, is it anything on this chart? Is it in the fan? No. Is it outside of the fan? Y'alls. Okay. Where are we going? Self-forgiveness, Judas. Okay. Can we please clear any and all blocks to self-forgiveness, please? Spirit level. Yeah, we're definitely clearing. Yeah, it feels like for some people, self-forgiveness is big because it's a block around allowing yourself to change just because of looking at your past and all that has happened up until now. And even allow yourself to grieve. It's okay. Allow yourself to grieve. If you're somebody in your, even if you're 20s, honestly, it could be 20s, but say if you're someone that's maybe in your 40s or 50s, and you're like, if I had just been able to shift this, look how much different my life could have been, look how much time was wasted. It's okay to grieve that lost time, and at the same time to look into see the other lessons that might have came up and why maybe it might be happening now. But allow yourself to be forgiven. Like, forgive yourself. And those too, if you're holding on to anything from what other people have done. Now, I'm not saying condone it. Everybody's situation is what it is, but not saying to let somebody continue to do something that harms you. And at the same time, allow the parts of yourself that are holding on tight to that to start to shift that, because it's going to allow you to move forward. Now, whatever that looks like, that's different for each person. Some people, you might still have someone or something in your life. You just might to shift the relationship or the situation, creating different boundaries. Some people that means walking away from things. Some people that means staying away from certain things. For some people, they might need to get something off their chest, whether it's with that person or just being witnessed. Sometimes a lot of times it's for people that have done us wrong. It's not necessarily that we need to get it off our chest with them, even though it's that part of us, because a lot of times when we've been done wrong or we gave a lot and we felt humiliated or abused or unappreciated, a part of us, as I saw, it's like almost like a piece of yourself stays within that situation, in that person, part of your power until you call it back. So sometimes subconsciously we try to get back to that person, to what we feel is like to say our piece and closure, but in actuality, we just need to call our energy back, transmute it, cleanse with love. Um, and maybe we need to just be witnessed, whether that is acknowledging it within ourselves, writing it down just to get it out of our mind, going to a support group, talking to a friend, talking to a third party who is neutral third party, like a therapist or something, whatever it may be. It's different for everybody. So just throwing that out there. Are we complete for this chart? Yes. Okay. Do we still need to go to 6A? Yes. Okay. So this was chart 8B. where it has like different certain programs and architects that may come up typically, as I say, before creation, before we came to be, certain energetic architects and programs. I'm going to go to 6A, which has a lot of one of our master charts of a lot of different types of discordant, denser, unhealthier energies and programs. Where are we going? I feel like, is that cowardice? Yes. What about rejection? No. Okay. So, can we claim transmute in all discordant energies and programs around cowardice, including in all roots and seeds, residual energies that may be there? And I'm feeling like discarding energies also. So, can we also please clear any and all discarding energies and take them to their rightful place in the light with love? And any contracts. I'm feeling contracts possibly come through. Also, can we take those contracts to a point in time and space where the contract is fulfilled and all parties have paid their dues? There is nothing owed on either side. It is complete. It is done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cowardice, cowardice. Someone is afraid, resistant to facing their demons, and it came through as demons. They feel like it's demons. I feel like partially it has to do with people that they've done wrong. I'm getting in the energy and frequency of somebody who maybe um, has maybe become a little bit of an alcoholic. Maybe originally it was functional and then it became where it's not functional. And then they treated some people wrong, did some people wrong, and maybe they feel like maybe it's part of AA, because I'm feeling like the AA energy group. Maybe they're in their 12 steps, and I believe one of the steps is to atone, like to apologize and make things right with the people that you have done wrong. So maybe someone is fearful to do that because they feel like that's part of facing their demons, is looking back at the faces and the people and putting yourself in the environment of people that you have done wrong. So they're dreading that. I'm hearing the only way out is through. That you're supported. Okay. Thank you. Anything else from chart 6A? Mm-mm. Okay, I just heard. We're going to a different chart. Is it chart 7? You said vitamins and minerals. That's not chart 7, but it's process. Well, its process is on here. Chart 7? Okay. So chart 7 is our chart of different types of healing processes, modalities, and we have colors on here too that we can help to download into a person's field for like color therapy, or we might even ask physically if you need these certain things. So where are we going? And now we also have some book titles too. Okay. Is it How to Know the Minerals and Rocks? No. Okay. Is it Gray? Gray. Okay. So for Gray, is it, let me take this ring off. A little bit easier for me to do it. Is it too much? Ooh. Lord goodness. Too much, not enough. Gray. I be having a brain fart sometimes, which is still part of me healing. Sometimes it takes me a second to kind of go through. Okay, too much gray. Okay. Is this as far as physical, mental? Because I'm getting multiple things. I'm getting mental possibly is like maybe someone is looking at too many things as gray. Like you need to pick a side, make a decision about something. You're trying to you're kind of stuck in the middle and you've been doing it for too long. Maybe you're teeter tottering. Um, I'm hearing, but they're both great options. So like maybe somebody you're trying to decide between something and you're trying to kind of like the gray typically is like the middle sometimes in certain senses. Um or like living in the gray, so to speak, where you don't really pick a side in certain things. But I'm feeling for this, it has to do with a decision. You've been teeter tottering maybe a little too long. Spirit is saying to make a decision. Is it more than two options? No. Okay. We're gonna do something. Actually, it's kind of me practicing something, another offering I'm gonna put out, which is about to help people decide between two or three pathways. So, for whoever this is for, that is trying to decide between these decisions, this is not going to tell you either way which decision to make. This is just going to possibly give you a little clarity. So, think about decision one. That is one. The other decision is two. Giving you a second. One and two. Okay. So, for decision one, what is the positive benefit that they would get from decision one? 100%. What is the negative benefit that they would get from decision one? Mhm. Zero negative. Okay. For decision two, what is a positive benefit that they would get? 80%. What is the negative benefit that they would get for decision two? 0%. Okay. So both decisions have, and when I say positive and negative, it's a thing that we use in SRT, which is a system, but also when you kind of work with like pendulums and energy and stuff too. The positive benefit is basically what it sounds. How much of positive benefit would you get? Like how much positivity from a scale of 1 to 0, 0 to 100%. Negative is 0 to 100% too. So how much would it basically possibly hinder you or not to be the best fit or whatever the case may be is? Um, both of them had zero negative. So it's not really anything in particular negative that is coming up that you would really have or any type of hindrance or any reason why either would be not the best aligned decision for you at this time, because that can always shift. Now, decision one was 100% positive benefit, decision two is 80%. So, for decision one, for the positive benefit, um, does that have to do with, since I have no idea what this type of decision is, um, relation? I'm getting like relationship, but also job change and possibly something to do with money. Um, so out of that, for decision one, the positive benefit is that have to do with money, finances? Yes. What about health? No, not health related. What about relationships? Yes. What about mental and emotional health? No. What else? What else? What else? Does it have to do with a job change? No. Does it have to do with relationships? No. Does it have to do with money? Maybe like an investment or something? Yes. Okay. So it makes sense why it was a positive. Okay. So the positive benefit mainly has to do with money, possibly some type of financial thing, investment or something. Now I'm not feeling like it's strictly a financial investment. I'm feeling like I was seeing like something mental come through, like mental. So basically what you're choosing to focus your energy on too, and your mental um yeah, your mental energy also. Okay. For decision two, is a positive benefit also have to do with money? Yo, no. Does the positive benefit have to do with relationships? This one. Okay, no. Does it have to do with mental and emotional health? Yes. Okay. Okay. Between decision one and two, which one would benefit um more in the realm of financial money? Decision one, two, or in the middle for both? Both. Okay. Between decision one and two, or both, which one would benefit the mental and emotional health? Decision two. What about relationships? One. Okay. And is there any other benefits? That's a strong yes. I just got this wave of energy and I saw someone driving, like maybe travel. Is travel a benefit? Okay. Is that for decision one, two, or both? Two. Okay. So it seems like money is a will be a benefit from both possible decisions. One focuses more on relationships. The other one focuses more on travel and mental wellness that you'll be benefited from, which is decision two. And decision one is more relationship and money. Um, yeah, without knowing really more, I can't really go more into it. Like I said, because I will be offering something on this that goes between where I kind of go like that and go a little bit deeper into possible decisions that people have. So but yeah, so hopefully that was helpful, at least gave you a little insight into how each one could possibly benefit you. But yeah, I kind of can see it feels like if this benefits me one way, this benefits me the other, how to go to it. So at the end of the day, it's about really trusting yourself and your intuition. And sometimes it's good to sit and wait. And then it comes to a point where sometimes you can miss out. Excuse me. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, we miss out, not consciously, and it's not even missing out, but consciously we miss an opportunity because it wasn't really for us. It might even be something even better that combines all of those. Um, and so sometimes it is like there's something better actually. I'm sitting here for, getting ready for. Sometimes it's a lesson that by standing still sometimes for too long, we do miss out on anything because how can you really know what's for you unless you try? And sometimes that means failing forward. So that means allowing yourself to make a decision, take the aligned action, and just see what happens. And if you need to pivot, then you need to pivot. It's not always as easy as it sounds, say, especially when it comes to big decisions, but that's really kind of the truth. And that's a lesson too I've had to learn and I'm still learning, to be honest. Because sometimes I get stuck in my head in analysis paralysis and overthinking and stuff. So, anywho, um, okay, so we did that. Anything else for chart seven? No. Oh, do I still need to go to the vitamins and minerals? Mm-mm. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. All right. Anywhere else? Okay. Anything else for us to do? No. Okay. I figured since it was constantly spinning. All right. Are we ready for mop up? Yes. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Let's kind of check. Those that are watching. Let's see what level for me to bring attention to is everyone's high self. Is that the minimum level of paradigm? Radiant love? Yes. Okay. And let's check the soul, those that this is intended for, to see what levels their soul is sitting at. Okay. Is that also paradigm radiant love minimum? Okay. Awesome. I feel like people that are going to come in, there are going to be some curious people, but there are going to be a lot of people that have already started their own journey, spiritual work, and I am totally, where am I going? Hold on. All the way to the back, like that. Okay. Will you please mop up? Mm-mm. Okay, thank you. Where is my thing? No, past this. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right. Does everyone's high self agree that this work is complete? Is there still something? No. Okay. So can we clear any non-blocks? The high self agree that this work is complete, at least for right now. Cause I'm gonna be doing some more lives. So I'm gonna be coming back on and trust and allow those that is meant to come on will receive what they need. Okay. Do the high selves agree for those that this is meant for, that this is complete? Yes, thank you. Do the souls agree? Yes, awesome. Now, is this complete all the way to spirit? It is, it is. Awesome. All right, can we please download the soul qualities of chart 2 and 6B along with the power codes, the power symbol, and 100% meaning of life? We're not going to do the big integration statements. Those are more for personal, but we're going to at least do this part of the mop up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, outside of this, are we complete before closing? Yes, awesome. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I release any parts of this session. We close it down with blessings and love. Thank you to my high self. Thank you to the high selves of those that this is for. Thank you, spirit and high selves. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are complete. Okay. Now, lastly, we're going to do a few self-care. Hold on. Out in the back. I was looking in the background to see if my stuff was out. All right. We're going to do some self-care cards. Just as a support to help integrate a little bit more the work that is done for those that this is for. So spirit, self-care. For those, this reading that helps them support. I felt like you were trying to come out. I'll put you in the middle for some reason. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. This was the first one. I'm feeling like looking at this one first. Ground yourself. Just heard kiss the rainbow. I'm getting multiple things. So, for some people, it is as literal as grounding yourself. Do what you need to ground. Going outside, standing barefoot in the grass and the ground to allow these energies to be shifted and transmuted. Anything that feels heavy, give it to Mother Earth with gratitude and thanks. Take a bath. Salt bath would be nice. I'm seeing Skittles kiss the rainbow. This rainbow energy is really popping out, and it feels like it's miracles. Like, really allow yourself to believe and accept the miracles that are going to start to shift, like, and come through in your life. Allow the miracles to happen. Even if it's like, oh, this feels so uncomfortable, this feels so scary, let me just shake it out. Let me shake all the anxiety and the nervousness out. I feel like sometimes we will sabotage ourselves and things coming in by our actions or whatever it may be. And I feel Spirit is saying, even if you need to take a moment to shake it, like how sometimes if you see in the wild how animals like that were attacked sometimes and they have that after it like completes, they'll literally just shake their body. They're literally shaking the trauma, the excess energy, anxiety out so they're not holding on to it. So, and they can just kind of stabilize and ground back into their natural state. So even if you need to do that, but allow the miracles to take effect in your life. What next? I'm being pulled over here to all of these cards that flew. Oh, I'm getting sleepy too. Build strength. I just heard mental fortitude. So this is more about mental strength. Allow yourself to stretch that muscle, to keep going, persistence. Kind of like going back into our other stuff earlier. Allow your mental strength to grow and expand. I felt like that was really it. Not really feeling anything as far as physical. Now, these cards. This one. Clean your space. Declutter. Allow some energy to shift. I just heard 6-month rule. So maybe if you have some clothes or some things that's been laying around for a long time that you haven't thought about it, you haven't used it, it's just taking up space. It doesn't really have even if it does have a designated space, if it's something in particular that feels like it's time to go, let it go. Let it go. and cleaning your space. And this flower, I believe this is a lotus. I don't know if that's a lotus on here, but it's a flower. Um, but allow yourself to blossom. I just saw like springtime. Typically at that's funny. Okay. Spring cleaning. All right. Springtime too is a great time for cleaning, but also detoxing the body. Like usually like if you in Ayurveda, things go by the seasons. And then in wintertime, things become a lot very damp and stagnant and heavy and dense. So springtime is usually a good time to start to detox and cleanse yourself. Um, and so for some people, a detox may be good because your space can also include your vessel, your body. Tell them about panchakarma. Okay. There's something that's called panchakarma. It's a type of Ayurvedic detoxing. Ayurveda is basically that's more originated in India. It's one of the oldest known, documented still, that for the most part we are aware of, systems of healing. And it focuses on like getting to the root of things, why something is the way it is, like your mental state, your emotional state, your health in general, like all of that. And so Panchakarma, like how some people will go off to like health centers and do like a 10 or 7 day juice fast or cleanse. Panchakarma is also kind of like that, except instead of using more water based things, they use a lot of oil based things for cleanses, like infuse medicinal oils, like to clean the nose out or the ears out, or for an enema. So instead of mainly water, they might use medicated infused oils that they use traditionally a lot in India. So things like that. I mean, they have some water things too and all of that, but it's more oil. And it benefits the body because when you use oils and fats, healthy ones, it penetrates deeper in the body into the tissues, which it's like a carrier. So ghee, Ghee, it's like butter, except it has milk fat removed from it. So it's a little bit of a healthier version. They use a lot in India, and in Ayurvedic remedies, cooking. And basically, when you combine that with certain herbs, it basically helps the herbs and it benefits the constituents. Oh my goodness, it's so for me to pronounce things now. It's so weird because I'm still, yeah. Anyway, I'm going through my own little brain process up here. Um, but the components and the parts of the plants, it helps those penetrate deeper into the body and into the tissues. Um, so yeah, I am trained in Ayurveda, so I pretty much have I've just always been aligned with it. I'm gonna just say that. So yeah, I took a training some years ago on it. So it'll probably be coming up more. But anyway, I had heard to speak about Panchakarma. So typically for that, there are like mini versions at home you can do. That's not as intense. Usually some people will look into like for like 3 to 5 or 7 days, you might take a little bit of ghee every day. Like you might start at like a teaspoon and you build up to 7 teaspoons. Do your research, please. Don't just do it if you don't have an understanding, because it's for one, it's not going to be for everyone or at that stage of your life or if other things are going on. But some people do a more gentle version at home than you would if you go to a center. So, but in general, detoxing. Oh, I'm a disclaimer. I'm not a licensed medical professional, financial professional, or anything else. All this stuff is just suggestions and things that come through. Just had to put that out there. Dream journal. Dream journal. Hmm. I'm actually, this is what's pulling me right now. These symbols on the arm. And I got like cosmo energy, astrology. I just got flashes of like the word like Orion and Pleiadian, well, Pleiadian energy, but it's more I saw Orion and what is it, the Lyrians, I think. It was another one, I forgot the name, it escaped me. But the different other forms of beings that some people connect to, it feels like there is somebody that's very like in they feel connected to the cosmos, or they feel like other beings have been trying to give them messages. It feels like past lives in your spirit family is reaching out to try to give you messages. Also use your discernment too, because this is not for everyone. Still have discernment, and when you get messages on who it's coming from, and with authority, speaking into claiming like, who is this? Let me know who you are, and then speaking into being or not, whether they have permission to reach out to you or contact you, and also your team that you trust and you know. Um, Ask them and allow them to kind of be the gatekeepers on who gets to come through too, and have access to you. Just throwing it out there. This one keeps pulling my attention. Soaking a bath. Like I said, take a bath. Take a salt bath. The candle is popping out to me. Full moon energy. I'm getting like maybe even doing maybe doing a release a bath around the full moon. Some people do releasing around the new moon instead. For a good majority of people, it's typically done around the full moon. But for some people, they do it on the full moon. Just follow your intuition, and you don't have to wait to this. If you feel like you really need to do a cleansing bath, you can do it. And it's also coming through to maybe even start to look into starting to sync up some of your rituals and releasing rituals around the full moon too, after you do what you need to do immediately. Um, and I just heard a cat. And it's so weird sometimes how you see cards all the time and then your attention gets pulled to something that's never gotten pulled to before, because I use these cards a lot for self-care. Um, so my attention is coming over here to these little mini bottles, and also kind of this crystal, but more of these bottles. And I heard a cat. It feels like the goddess Bastet, the Egyptian feline goddess, or kind of one of them, is reaching out. Cat energy also has a protective energy when it comes to the spiritual realm. They say that usually dogs are more physically protective, cats are more spiritually. I mean, honestly, I feel like it can be either, but typically. So it feels like maybe the goddess Bastet. You can just literally do just BAST or BASTET. Both are accurate to see, maybe if that aligns for whoever this feels called to this message. And the bottles, I'm seeing my oils actually. Is this message for me too? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that was a message for me too. I need to start selling my oils again. Okay. Um Also though, for someone else it feels like maybe you have like you're interested in creating body oils or something, or maybe you're also make magic oils. I'm not sure. Um but to maybe do that or play around with that if you've been called. Feels like someone who maybe wants to open their own spiritual shop, business, service offerings, or something, and they feel like completely clueless where to start or not sure how to go about it, or maybe they are looking for resources and how to dive deeper into that or something like that. Um, there are lots of people out there that do certain things and have lots of information on their channels. Um, um, uh, what's her name? That's a shame. On Instagram, there's one person called Oshun's Light. Her name is Shauna. She's really amazing. I've used to get a lot of work done from her. I took some courses from her in the past. She posts lots of information as far as like hoodoo, mystical things. She's also trained in psychology, so she has lots of offerings. Who else would I say? Somebody that I would recommend and trust. Um, there hasn't been too many people that I've actually ever like paid for magic services from, just because when you open yourself in general to anything, there needs to be a certain level of discernment. There have been one or two other people, but it's not really. I would suggest her initially. She has lots of information. I do have some stuff on my Instagram page. It's more like just example rituals you could do for different things. I'll probably post that eventually on my top of my channel too. Um, I'll be doing some services in the future also. But if you want some immediate information, as far as for like hoodoo, magic, spirituality, how to connect things, Oshun's Light on Instagram. She has a really great channel. She's been doing it for years. I'm trying to see. Oh, the Glamour Witch LA. Literally, that's her Instagram name. The Glamour Witch LA. She has amazing stuff. That's related to this specifically. I mean, I could uh, f- give you some information on other stuff too, but for that particular, and Conjured Sister is Sista, literally conjured sister. Those would be the three people that I would recommend on Instagram that have lots of information and lots of stuff around spirituality and wellness. So that's some great place to start. Yeah. Anything else from here? The crystals too. Crystals keep popping out to me. So yeah, maybe somebody is invited also to work more with crystals. Um, what are we in? It's September. There is a school. It's gonna close though in December. So I don't. I'm pretty sure they're still taking people. I got my crystal healing training through there. Right. Uh, let me see really quick. Yeah, they've been around for years, but I know they're closing after the end of December, so it wouldn't be like I'll just suggest it just in case. As I just have some of the stuff just saved in my phone, so I don't even know the full exact emails anymore. I've like just kind of built up a whole plethora of things. Where is her thing at? How's it not coming up? Did she take? It's called the Love and Light Crystal Healing. Love and Light. See the actual website. Okay. It's called loveandlightschool.com. So they have a basics and an advanced crystal healing training program. They also send out free information when you sign up through the email, and like special little mini courses that you can only get access to through email. Um, Let me see if you can still sign up as a student. Enroll in classes. There are lots of other resources and people I follow for lots of other things, but including probably some crystal stuff. I know I can't think of it off the top of my head, but this one does. Okay, so yeah, so you can still sign up for some of their bundles. Let me see if they actually allow you to sign up though for the main training. I don't see it on here. Hold on. Program bundles. So yeah, I don't know if you can beginner's course. I think so. I'm not sure, but they have a whole bunch of other courses on here now that you can get, like, that are like one-off trainings outside of the main training, on Jaspers and Intro to Crystal Healing course and Radical Candle Magic course and Crystal Fakes and Crystal Clarity, demystifying properties of crystals, fossils for earth magic and elemental magic, and unlocking obsidians, connecting with calcites. Like, she has so many courses, like little mini ones. So that's a resource. And yeah, and then the moon, which I already mentioned, the full moon. I asked them to start practicing this moon. What is, like, for this full moon, or as in right away, immediately. So whoever this is interested for, there's an invitation to start immediately practicing, working, even connecting to the moon's energy to see what comes up for you. I'm seeing someone shaking hands, so it feels like from doing this, there's going to be some type of opportunity come up. And I just saw a swoosh, so literally probably a lot faster than you realize. An opportunity that feels possibly really aligned for you. So allow yourself to start to explore that. Spend time with friends. This is partially for me around creating some circles and events and stuff. It's been a minute since I've done a group ceremony ritual, probably like 2 months ago. It was a few of us. Matter of fact, it was for Juneteenth. I hadn't seen my, kind of like my sister. I hadn't seen her in a while because she was in town, and then her and another friend of hers I met, we all had a ceremony together. So I made some cacao, we did a little meditation, we did some cards, and it was just like, it was really nice. We used to do that more regularly. Eating. I'm seeing the food on the plate. What is that for? Hosting. Yeah. Someone is invited to host a get together with them and their friends to connect, to be in community. It feels like it has to do with safety too. It feels like someone, maybe they've been a little too consumed with their relationship. And for someone, they might possibly be in a not the healthiest relationship situation. Maybe even someone that's tried to kind of take all their attention and pull them away from their friends. You still have support, just reach out. But maybe having a gathering, hosting a gathering, or going to one. I feel like hosting one, even if, honestly, even if it's kind of under the realm of something else. So maybe your intention really is to connect and speak out, but maybe you say it's like, hey, I just want to do a book club with my friends, but really it's, you need to get some support, and that feels like the safest way to do that. That just came through. And then there are always other, like, anonymous ways you can get support if you need it. Actually, I'll just send out a little energy really quick. Just sending you a little energetic support to help, just to kind of envelop you. A little bubble of support and safety and protection. Wrapping you in a blanket of warmth and safety, support and protection. Even if you don't feel safe to fully receive this energy, it'll be there for you in your field, around you, your team, your energetic team has it when you're ready to receive it. Thank you. Closing that connection. Felt almost like a lullaby was trying to come through. Like when I was humming, it was like a mother's lullaby, but it felt like I was being taken back to like I don't even know what time period. 50s, 60s, maybe like a mother's lullaby or something from someone who might be, they were born around that time or their mom was around at that time. I'm not quite sure. For almost like burlesque energy, like a singer, but also like the time when they had, I don't even know what those things were called. What's it called? Dust skirts? I'm not sure, but hopefully that made sense, or you at least received that. These are extras, but I'll read them since I flipped them over. Drink tea. Read. Clear your energy field. This one coming back to the salt water. I just heard literally like a big splash, like somebody just jumped in some water. I just saw someone playing in the lake, like with friends. Kind of back to the time period almost that I just saw when I was humming. Maybe some memories came up. All right, I feel like that is it. We'll end off with this deep breathing. Know that everything is okay. You're safe. You're loved. You're deserving. You're worthy. You're supported. You're amazing. You deserve to be in a place that makes you feel safe. Safe to be, safe to expand, safe to be truly honored and loved in the way that you should be loved and cherished and worshipped in a healthy way. Yep. Sending you all my love. Blessings.